Hey guys, welcome to Automotors Technica. This is the video on the upgradation of the laptop storage unit, that is the hard disk drive, which is running at 5400 RPM to SSD. This is from Kingston A400 and with 480 GB. It says 10x faster. So I'll just tell you the brief history of this laptop. This was installed by me. There was a DOS operating system on this hard disk when I purchased it, and I reviewed this laptop, that is HP BIOS 145TU, in 2018, that is 2 years ago. And I have been using Windows 10 professional operating system since 2 years extensively on this laptop. And what I feel is, with respect to the SSD and NVMe devices, that is SSD SATA, as well as with respect to NVMe devices of solid state, this laptop is very slow, provided the processor is i5 8th generation. It is core i5 and it has got 8 GB RAM. There is no problem with the performance of the volatile memory system, but there is a problem, and a bottleneck is the hard drive. So when I do write intense operations while saving anything onto the hard drive, there is a bottleneck. So if you open any application or do some statistics or try to copy the data, and even the booting time, it is very slow. So boot time now currently varies from 3 minutes to 5 minutes now. Sometimes it hangs. So that is why what I'm going to do is, I am not replacing the internal hard disk, but I have an option that there is a DVD writer tray, and for that I did some workaround. DVD drive are obsolete nowadays. None of the laptop, like most of the laptop, do not come with that, but I have an option, and I'm lucky to say that I have an option to put 2 drives. So this will go into a tray. So this tray cost around 300 to 350 rupees INR, and you can purchase it from Amazon. And before purchasing this tray, that is second HDD tray, but I have purchased a SSD. Now the thing is, SSD are faster and light, and it will consume less power as well. These trays are of 2 types, so you have to ensure that the DVD writer drive is of 9 mm or 12.7 mm. So you have to order it post checking what the tray you have. So let's go ahead, and I'll remove the tray and show you how I'm going to replace it in the next steps. So before removing the DVD writer, you need to start the laptop and just press this eject button so that the tray comes outside. Otherwise you need to take a pin and push it inside to remove the tray. And now gently, there is a screw here. You have to unscrew it to remove the locked DVD writer, the whole mechanism. So this is the screw. So this is the total mechanism with the tray out. Now once it is out, you are free to push it back. If you have a CD or DVD, you can remove it and push it back. So I'll push it back, and ensure that the thickness is accurate. I said earlier in the previous part that the thickness should be the same of what you are buying it from the market. So this is a 9 mm DVD writer, and sometimes you have a 12.7 mm as well. So accordingly you need to do a purchase. So 2 things I have to remove is the plastic part, the plate, face plate, and the bolted clamp. So this is needed so that my tray sits firm inside the laptop, so you cannot remove it easily. If there is a vibration, the tray do not come out. So remove this screw and take this clamp out, as well as the front fascia part, because this is in the shape of the laptop chassis. So this is pretty simple. Remove the screw, and this is out. This clamp looks to be in this manner. It is like bent, and then again a parallel string. This goes here and it sits on this. So this is out, and I need to remove this front fascia. So there are two clips. You need to gently push using the screwdriver and take it one part, otherwise if you push it hard it will break. So take a flat screwdriver, just gently push it, and this is out. And the same as other end as well. It's just a gentle pull with an angle, it comes out. So this is out, and our DVD tray is free from the laptop now. So next comes is, I have already unboxed this HDD tray. It comes with 4 screws so that you can fix the SSD on it or HDD on it as a secondary drive, and there is a screwdriver if you don't have a small star. So the next thing is, I'll unbox this Kingston SSD and place it onto the SATA port. So this is a SATA port. There is a notch, and this is also a SATA drive. The speed is 6 Gbps, and it is SATA 3. So I have unboxed this, and the first thing is put this clamp so that it fits at this position, and using the same screw what you had it with the DVD writer, fasten up So I have fastened up this clamp using the screwdriver, and the next thing is remove the SSD. So this port, this is the power supply lines, and this is the data lines, the smaller part. Gently push it. Yeah, that's it. And you have 4 screws to fasten here to the tray so that the disc won't come out. I'm just going to start with the supplied 4 screws by the tray supplier. So guys, I have fastened all the 4 screws, and the SSD is firm on the tray. The next step is you have to fix this bezel back, because this constitutes the curvature of your laptop cabinet. I have to fix it. So the flat end goes here, and gently push this into the groove. I said gently because these are very, very delicate. So I'll push it and start the video. So guys, this part is ready now. I just took some little bit extra time so that I am careful with the locks, and I do not want it to push it hard. So this is perfectly all right in all directions. So this is the SSD sitting on the tray firmly on the 4 screws, and this is ready to be inserted. So guys, I'm ready to insert the tray and gently lock this and push back, fasten up this screw. Do apply only the limited amount of torque so that the fastener is well fitted and the disc does not come out. So this looks like a DVD here, but actually there is a SSD fitted onto that. So now time to boot up. This is the first boot. So press escape key and I believe it's visible. So F10 and it's in the BIOS. Here is my boot options, and in the boot options I always stick to the UEFI boot order. I'm not using any legacy ROM, that is the legacy BIOS. So this laptop supports both legacy as well as UEFI. Now modern laptops come with UEFI as a first primary one, and I would always prefer to go with the UEFI because this UEFI firmware is better than the legacy boot. So in this, the first one is OS boot manager, that is already the internal hard drive has got Windows, and the second one is the internal CD DVD ROM drive, which I have removed it, and the BIOS thinks that it is a CD DVD ROM, but once I boot it into the operating system, I'll see the second drive. So this is an experimental approach. So what I'm going to do is I'll try to install an operating system onto this particular drive and see whether this can be booted from the CD-ROM's tray. So I just booted into Windows 10 Professional and the disk has been detected. So if you see here, it says disk 1 is the new one and it doesn't have a master boot record. So by default it is selected GPT, that is git partition table, that is mostly used in modern computers. So I would like to stick on to GPT because if you use UEFI BIOS, so GPT is the best option. So I say okay. So this is the drive, that is the SSD Kingston, which I have recently installed, and if I just say new simple volume, it will create a volume. No, I do not want to create a volume because I would prefer to install an operating system on this device. So this is an experimental approach. If it detects in BIOS that this can be a bootable drive, then I can install an operating system on this drive. Stay tuned. I have booted the Windows 10 operating system from the USB where I have got install image of Windows 10, and in the after pressing escape key I saw these options. One is OS boot manager, that is original from the internal WDC hard drive. The second one is the USB hard drive UEFI jet flash, that is the pen drive where I have the Windows installable, and these are other options where I can directly use from the file. That is always the UEFI has got the capabilities of boot from file. Now I'll just select USB hard drive UEFI install. That is, we have a GPD type of partition in the secondary drive now. I'll select jet flash, so it will boot from the USB. So these are the options I'll select while installing. That is the time and currency format. I'll select it as India. And say install now. So here I had to select a disk to be installed. So if I have that option of selecting the install media, I'll say I do not have a product key right away because that will be present in the cloud. So here I have to select the particular operating system where I have the product key. So this is Windows 10 Pro for my system. It's a post install of from the DOS, because this laptop comes with DOS and I upgraded it to Windows 10 Pro after purchasing a licensed copy. So I'll say Windows 10 Pro. Accept the license, and here I'll select a custom install. So in custom install, I have already a disk which is partitioned, and that has an operating system of Windows 10, and the another drive which I had just installed using the tray is this one. So it has a partition of 15 MB because we have created GPT, and looks like Microsoft is creating a reserved partition here. So MSR reserved of 15 MB. So I'll select this unallocated space, that is 447 GB, and it will install the file. So that's a good news that it has detected a bootable drive in GPT format. That is the latest drive I have installed in the CD writer, DVD writer tray. And I'll pause the video here until it gets totally installed, and during the boot up, if it goes well, I'll show you how fast it boots. So stay tuned. Since you have two hard disks, so that is one internal and one is the SSD which I have installed in the DVD tray, DVD carrier tray. So what happens here is you have to go to BIOS first and select the DVD's disk as a bootable drive, and then install the operating system. So I have installed Windows 10 Professional on the SSD newly installed SSD drive into the CD-ROM tray, and I'm going to show you how fast it boots. So at the first run, initial after the post install of Windows operating system, the first boot was around approximately 24.95 seconds, but after installing the device drivers, the boot is quick. So I'm going to show you by pressing this power button. It's still in the BIOS now. So you have to select this. Default is my, now it is started. So that's very quick. Approximately it takes from the BIOS to hand over to the operating system is within 10 seconds. That's the greatness of SSD drive, and I have the fastest operating system now. So thank you guys. If you like my video, push the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel Automotive Technica. That will motivate me and help me to create such videos. and stay blessed.